Learn English easily. The Baker Boy, Oliver. Once upon a time, in a small village between hills, there lived a young boy named Oliver. Oliver's family owned a bakery that was renowned for its delicious pastries and warm bread. From a young age, Oliver became excited by the great smell of freshly baked goods that filled their home. Every morning, before the sun rose, Oliver would wear his apron and join his father in the bakery. His father, a skilled baker, taught him the art of making dough, measuring ingredients, and creating delicious cakes and bread. Oliver watched with wide eyes as his father skillfully shaped dough into perfect pastries with care. As the years went by, Oliver's passion for baking grew stronger. He became known as the Baker Boy of the village, as he worked hard with his father and always loved to learn and improve his baking skills. Every slice of bread and delicious treat that came out of their ovens was the result of Oliver's hard work and love for baking. One day, a well-known pastry chef named Madame Sophie visited the village. She was in search of young talent to join her famous baking academy in the city. The village was filled with excitement as hopeful bakers went to Madame Sophie to show their talents. Oliver created his best cakes and pastries in the hope of taking advantage of this chance. With the support of his family and the love of his loyal customers, he presented a tray of mouth-watering pastries to Madame Sophie. The great smell and flavors were a result of his hard work and passion. Impressed by Oliver's talent and passion for baking, Madame Sophie invited him to join her academy. Oliver accepted the chance to say goodbye to his people and start a new chapter in his life. He was overjoyed and grateful. At the academy, Oliver kept himself busy in the world of baking. He used his skills, learned new techniques, and met other great bakers from different corners of the world. Under Madame Sophie's guidance, Oliver succeeded, combining his natural talent with the knowledge he gained. Over time, Oliver's fame as a skilled baker spread widely. He returned to his village with new skills and a dream of returning to the local bakery. Oliver grew under Madame Sophie's guidance, mixing his natural talent with the information he learned. Oliver's pastries became famous in the village and throughout the region. People traveled far and wide to taste his cakes and pastries. The great smell of freshly baked bread and the sight of mouth-watering pastries filled the air, making the bakery a lovely gathering place for friends, families, and visitors. As the years went by, Oliver's bakery became a symbol of warmth, love, and the art of baking. Oliver, now a master baker himself and a teacher of young talent, passed on his knowledge and passion to the next generation. The small town developed as a result, and the Baker Boy's message continued to live on, reminding everyone of the value of hard work, the importance of following their goals, and the happiness that can be found in a simple loaf of bread or a freshly made pastry. Sarah, a kind woman. Once upon a time, in a small town in Spain, there lived a kind-hearted woman named Sarah. Sarah was known throughout the village for her warm smile and generous spirit. Despite living in poverty, she always found a way to help others in need. Sarah lived in a tiny, old cottage at the edge of the village. She worked tirelessly as a cleaner in the city, earning just enough to put food on the table. Her days were filled with hard work, but her heart was filled with compassion. One cold winter's day, a powerful storm hit the village, leaving many families struggling to keep warm and find enough food. Sarah couldn't bear to see her neighbors suffer, so she decided to do whatever she could to help. She gathered her few belongings and set off to collect firewood from the nearby forest. Despite the freezing temperatures and harsh winds, Sarah continued because she provided for those in need of shelter. She chopped wood tirelessly, her fingers numb, but her heart filled with hope. As word spread about Sarah's efforts, the villagers joined in to support her cause. They donated blankets, clothes, and non-perishable food items, knowing that Sarah would distribute them to those who most needed them. Together, they transformed an abandoned building into a community center. Sarah and her neighbors cleaned, painted, and furnished it with the donations they had received. The center developed into a haven for those without a warm place to live or enough to eat. Sarah would spend her evenings cooking warm meals for the poor, ensuring that no one went to bed hungry. She would welcome them with open arms, offering a listening ear and words of encouragement. Many people who had given up hope found peace in her compassion and kindness. News of Sarah's selfless acts reached the city, and people from far and wide were inspired by her story. They began sending food, clothing, and financial donations to support her cause. With the newfound resources, Sarah expanded her efforts, reaching out to nearby villages and assisting even more families in need. Sarah's dedication and love touched the hearts of many. The once poor woman transformed into a symbol of strength and hope in her community. Despite her own problems, she always found a way to share whatever she had. Sarah's story serves as a reminder that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the love and kindness we share with others. And though she may have been a poor woman, in the eyes of the world, her heart was rich with empathy, making her one of the wealthiest souls the village had ever known.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more.